Hey guys, you know what I love about New York is that you might know a neighborhood really well, you go there a lot, you think you might have tried all the best restaurants there is, but there's still hidden gems to uncover. And that's what brings me to this place. I'm at the Hunan Kitchen Grand Sichuan restaurant in Flushing, and this has been an awesome find. On this channel, I haven't really introduced Hunan cuisine to you guys. Hunan cuisine in Chinese is called xiangcai, and Hunan food is often compared to Sichuan food because they're both really spicy. But there is a really big difference in that Sichuan cuisine, you notice, is very numbing spicy. They use a lot of peppercorn, but Hunan food doesn't use peppercorn much at all, so Hunan food is just pure spicy. I'm an equal opportunity spice lover, so as long as it's spicy, I'm gonna love it. And I'm really excited to make this video because I may have just found the best tasting ribs I have ever had, and I want you guys to come and try this. But let me tell you guys a little bit about how I found this place. So I love the movie Serendipity. You know, Kate Beckinsale, John Cusack, they find love in all these crazy circumstances. And like I said, I know Flushing really well, and I thought I'd been to basically every single restaurant. So one day we're filming a YouTube video, and afterwards we went to our typical Hunan restaurant. That place, we walked in, smoke everywhere for some reason. If you guys don't know, you're not supposed to smoke inside New York restaurants, but this place, typically really nice, really clean. We walk in, smoke everywhere. So we couldn't stay, and the only other Hunan restaurant open at the time was this one. So we came in and we saw the menu, which is really colorful and nice because I love it when they show you pictures. And I came about this little photo right here. And you know how it is? It's like love at first sight. You see it, you know you want it. You do the typical thing where you ask the waiter if this is any good, and of course they say it is, and you try to read their expressions, whether they're trying to lie to you or not. And just from the description of this, it just sounded really good. In Chinese, this is 蒜香自然骨, so that's garlic, fragrant cumin ribs. All words that describe things I love to eat. And I'll tell you guys right now, this has been a grand slam. Maybe they should film a new movie called Serendipitylicious, and it will be about a guy who finds all the food that he loves serendipitously. Just keep in mind, I'm gonna come out to this place, I'm gonna introduce more of xiangcai or Hunan cuisine to you guys because this place is really legit, very authentic food. So I'm gonna order this and show you guys what it looks like. Oh my God. Guys, I smelled this coming out before I actually saw it. This might literally be the best tasting ribs I have ever had. When it first comes out, well, first of all, look how pretty it is. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And also, sorry, I'm like salivating right now. This might seem a little overwhelming in the beginning if you look at all the seasoning that's on here, all the spices, but trust me, it works so well with this dish. Let me just pick one up if I can because it has like so much, look at this, so much of the ingredients on top of each rib. And do not, I was here with my friends last time and he did something really bad. He dumped it off. He dumped the ingredients off and then just like took the ribs. What? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Because you want to take a bite full of every one of these precious little spices on here. I see garlic, minced garlic, obviously, lots of sesame seeds, red chili pepper, green onions. I see cumin seeds, and I think that's most of the ingredients that's on top of the ribs. And I talked to the chef and asked him how they actually made this. He told me that the ribs he select is it's the middle part, so he cuts out the ends. He thinks that's the best part for this dish. Also, check this out. These ribs are marinated in a bath of sauce that includes hot oil, soy sauce, pepper, wine, tofu roux, which is Chinese fermented tofu. So all that is marinated for hours. Then it's cooked in an oven. Then it's stir fried with all these ingredients here. So it comes out very crispy and very fragrant. I mean, this thing, you could smell this from like 20 blocks away. How people really define good ribs in the West is that the meat falls off the bones, it's so tender, there's a smoke ring, it's usually smoked for a long time under low heat. That's not typically how we make our ribs. It's not gonna be fall off the bones tender, so don't expect that. But it is gonna be a little charred, it's gonna be a little crispy, but the flavor is intense. Oh my God. I need some privacy with this, please. Please, just a little bit. Look, sesame, yeah, that's pretty much unconventional when you think of ribs. You never think of, hey, let me put some sesame on my ribs. The sesame, when you bite into it, releases such a nice, intense flavor. So every bite you take is salty, is spicy, it's a little charred, it's a little crunchy. You got a nice flavor of the cumin. Oh my God, guys, the garlic. If you're a vampire, you can't eat this because this thing is packed with garlic, but it's not overwhelming. I mean, it's stir fried with all the other ingredients, so the garlicky flavor is very balanced and it makes this ribs so much more awesome. But again, vampires can't eat it, and you know, don't kiss anyone after you eat this. Also, one thing I love about Chinese barbecue is cumin, spice, and that is very balanced here. And this garlic, it smells so fragrant, perfectly cooked, mixes so well with all these other ingredients. As I was biting into it, a lot of my spices are falling down onto my plate. You want to, like, you know, take your chopsticks or your spoon, or get a spoon, because they give you a lot of seasoning on this plate. And that's not, I think, you know, just purely for decorations. I think you should try to eat that. That's one of the characteristics about Hunan food, is that they use a lot of different ingredients for their cooking. And this is just like the perfect example right here. Tons of spices goes into the marinade for the ribs. You can tell it's marinated perfectly. And then all the spice goes on top. With each bite, you get a bite of the spice. It seems overwhelming because there's so much spice. It's not, works perfectly. You know, I have this infatuation with ribs. Before this, the best ribs I've ever had in my life was actually in a ski lodge in Whistler Mountain in Canada. And I had these ribs, I think, 6-7 years ago. Never forgot about them. So last year when me and my friends went skiing, the main reason I wanted to go back to Whistler was for the ribs. And I went back, the ribs were awesome. It was kind of like a dry rub. And these ribs, they're basically dry rub ribs. Well, they're Chinese dry rub ribs. And these are now the best ribs I've ever had. I mean, am I nuts? Let me ask you guys though, how many of you out there based a lot of your travel decisions on food? That's like 95% of the reason I go to Vegas. And this is also super affordable. So for a plate of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 loaded ribs, it's only $12.99. So I mean, this is definitely something you should get when you come to this place. Get a lot of the other dishes. Again, I'll make another video about other Hunan dishes, but definitely include these ribs and you will go away happy. All right, guys, I have their information in my description box, so come check this place out. Get these ribs and let me know how you like them. Thanks so much for watching. See you later.